Most automation stacks don't fail because of bad tools. They fail because the wrong tool was chosen at the wrong stage of complexity. If you've inherited a Zapier workflow nobody can debug or watched a make scenario collapse under production load, this blueprint is for you. Today, we're architecting a hybrid automation pipeline that stays maintainable as your business logic grows, a no-code to full-code automation stack with a reusable decision framework for every stage. The problem: no-code automation tools like Zapier and Make deploy fast but carry hidden costs, limited error visibility, rigid data structures, and pricing that scales against you. Custom code solves those problems but introduces maintenance overhead that kills velocity for small teams. The real challenge in any hybrid automation pipeline is knowing exactly where the boundary sits and designing the connective tissue so crossing that boundary doesn't break everything downstream. Architecture overview. This automation stack architecture uses 3 tiers: a no-code trigger layer, a middleware logic layer, and a code execution layer. Zapier handles inbound event capture and simple CRM field updates, tasks where its native integrations genuinely save time. Make handles conditional branching, multi-step data transformation, and any workflow requiring loops or iterators across arrays. For anything requiring stateful logic, external API calls with complex auth, or LLM agent orchestration, we drop into a Python service deployed on Railway or a serverless function on AWS Lambda. Step-by-step build. Step 1. Map every trigger in your workflow and assign it to Zapier if it's a single app event, a new HubSpot contact, a Stripe payment, a Typeform submission. Step 2. Route that trigger payload into Make via a webhook, which becomes your central orchestration layer for all multi-condition logic. Step 3. Inside Make, use a router module to branch based on lead score, deal stage, or any enriched field from Clearbit or Apollo. Step 4. For data enrichment calls, use Make's HTTP module to hit the Clearbit enrichment API directly. Keep this inside Make as long as the response mapping stays under 10 fields. Step 5. When field mapping exceeds 10 fields or requires recursive logic, call out to a FastAPI endpoint hosted on Railway, pass the raw payload as JSON, and return a clean, normalized object. Step 6. That FastAPI service handles all stateful operations, writing to a Postgres database via Supabase, updating Redis for deduplication checks, and logging structured errors to Datadog. Step 7. LLM agent calls, such as GPT-4o via the OpenAI API, live exclusively in the code layer, never inside Make or Zapier, to maintain token control and retry logic. Step 8. After code execution, return a standardized response envelope back to Make, which then writes final outputs to HubSpot, Slack, or Airtable using native modules. Step 9. Document every boundary crossing in a shared Notion runbook: what enters the code layer, what exits, and the expected schema at each handoff point. Edge cases and gotchas. The most common failure point is schema drift, when an upstream app changes its payload structure and your Make scenario silently passes null values into your code layer without alerting anyone. Defend against this by validating incoming payloads at the top of every Make scenario using a filter or data structure check, and configure Datadog alerts on any 4x or 5x responses from your FastAPI service. Automation debt accumulates fastest when teams add Zapier steps to patch logic that should have moved to the code layer months ago. Audit your no-code tools quarterly against this framework. Next steps. Extend this blueprint by adding an event bus layer using ingest or trigger.dev, which gives you durable execution, retries, and observability across all 3 tiers without rebuilding your existing stack. You can also apply this same decision framework to AI agent pipelines. The tier boundaries hold, regardless of whether the workload is data sync or autonomous task execution. All reference tools and documentation links are in the description below. If this architecture breakdown saved you a rewrite, subscribe for more production-grade automation blueprints.